Nothing's happening. Yeah. Nothing's happening yet.
Hadn't been tomorrow night. I had a big update with the winner of Survivor.
Oh, wait. So the winner of Survivor is announced tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. What is this, like a 2-hour finale tomorrow?
3 hour.
3 hours for Survivor?
It's 2 hours, and then like at the beginning of the third hour, they tell the winner, and then they do like a reunion show where they talk about stuff that's happened all season.
Okay. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, yeah, you are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. You've already listened to myself and the best in the world, Trent Williams, talk about some reality news. Trent, we got a lot to talk about, man. We have a brand new WWE champion. I thought it would never happen. I thought it would never happen, dude. But if you're on steroids, I believe anything is possible nowadays. Yep. Trent, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. We're gonna stop.
Don't expect me to get too excited about this week, because after Takeover, WWE this week is went right in the toilet.
Well, let's get into it, man. I mean, let's start off with NXT Takeover, Chi-Town, Windy City. Your thoughts, your critiques, your likes, your dislikes.
I love the show. That UK title match, oh my goodness, one of the best matches I've seen in a while, and probably better than the Okada Omega match. Okay,
see, I gotta stop you right there. I think the match was around 20 minutes.
Right.
The Okada match was around 35, 40 minutes. 45 minutes, right. Something like that. Given the fact that the Okada match was the headlining act and this was a match in the middle, I'm not taking anything away from either match. Right. But with a longer time frame, I appreciate the fact that they actually sold some of the stuff that they were doing. Right. The UK match, I mean, it was in the 20 minutes, so they got in their 25 moves of death, and they did their 25 moves of death. But it was an incredible spectacle, man. Was it better than the match they had at the
yes,
in the tournament? Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, way better.
Really?
Yeah, I went and rewatched it. I rewatched both of them, and yeah, it's way better.
Okay. I mean, I have to take your word for it, my friend. Got to take your word for it.
I enjoyed everything about that match.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. I really would have thought Tyler Bate would have won, but this just continues the saga, man. Both matches were good. So
I think it was a good idea to put it on Dunn. He's a star. I think he's got a little bit more charisma than what Bate has.
So when do we get to see these guys?
I have no clue. I mean, they're doing the NXT tapings, I think, either later this week or next week, so they might be on one of those shows. Okay.
I mean, I can see that when Tyler Bate was doing his thing, when Master was out there doing his thing. I mean, he just had the little wave and stuff like that. It was a little corny, but the talent in ring was spectacular. Now we'll get to see Dunn. Now we'll get to see him squash some guys and do some creative moves. So that'll be cool.
Yep. So the women's match, I was a little bit disappointed. I felt it was a little bit, I don't know, something just didn't click. I don't know what it was. They didn't have the chemistry I thought they would together, all three of them.
Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't at the top of the list for the Oscar matches. I like the ending with all of them just laying there. Like I thought the ending was kind of cool. But yeah, it was really missing a fourth. It was different when Oscar faced the Australian Beauties, right? I mean, even though they were, I guess, supposed to be an item instead of a triple threat match, it just had a different feel. So yeah, this one came off a little flat. Ruby Riott, your Tasmanian Devil, they didn't really pull out a lot of stops here. I mean, I didn't see anything different. So it was a little downer for me.
Yeah, and I mean, the only thing that I liked in the match, which I heard on another podcast that I hadn't really, I mean, I thought about it a little bit, but how good Nikki Cross is at playing, like when she's in a match, playing to what her character is.
Yeah. She's feral, man.
Yeah,
she's feral. Like she needs a tetanus shot and she has rabies. I mean, that's just that whole gimmick works for her. So I just would have. I don't know. Like the last time they did this triple threat type of match, I mean, they had a ton of spots that were outside. You know, they were outside the ring. They went up to the announce table and stuff like that. This match was relatively tame compared to that one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it just wasn't on my top list.
Yeah, and I wish they would like go ahead and do like some kind of like a street fight with Nikki and Ruby, because I think that's where they would really excel, where they kind of get to go all over the place.
Dude, you're right about that, and maybe we'll get a takeover that's just at Full Sail. But right now, if you're not getting a women's title match, you don't get another women's match.
Right.
So, you know, that's I never really paid attention to it because, you know, 9 times out of 10 the big feud is for the title. But, you know, let's say Asuka and Ember Moon are, you know, they're the next feud, and Ruby Riott and your Tasmanian Devil, Nikki Cross, they have a big feud. You know, it would be cool if you saw that at a takeover, but we've never really seen anything other than a title match. So, I mean, you know, maybe they have a big takeover special down at Full Sail. Maybe they have a match on the road, but yeah, that would be cool to see, man, outside of a regular NXT show.
Yep. And a lot of other people are talking about how they don't feel like Ember's the one that should beat Asuka.
But what do you say to those people?
I kind of agree. I've been saying it for a while.
Why is that?
Well, it's the whole inconsistency thing. We don't really know, you know, her. We don't know anything about her. Like, it looks like they dropped the whole mysterious thing, but we still don't know, you know. I don't know. It just don't feel like should be the one.
Dude, I'm with you on that. She almost is a one-trick pony, but everyone's so focused on the one trick that it just clouds everything else. I mean, she's, I don't want to say she's Randy Orton, but you got to get it off Asuka soon. And if this Io Shirai girl isn't going to come in and make moves, you got to get it off Asuka, dude. So, I mean, there's nothing left for her to do. And I mean, as we've seen, the last match with the Australian Beauties was very cool. It was very, very cool. This match was almost a letdown. What else can you do? You don't have any chicks left.
What you could do is have the winner of the women's tournament face her.
Which you think would be Io Shirai, or, you know, maybe somebody
whoever it is. Like, whoever it is, they'll have time to build up through the tournament with some wins. And I mean, you know, if you give them the win for the tournament plus give them the honor of beating Asuka, they would be a superstar.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And whenever Asuka loses, she needs to go to the main roster. So at this point, I don't think it really matters who beats her, because you beat her in NXT. You didn't beat her on the grand stage. But I don't know. I would just like to see some kind of change up, man, because if you don't, you're always going to get this championship match where chances are the champion isn't going to lose. You know, they need to defend their title for at least 6 months or something like that. So I'm voting for Ember Moon just to give it a different feel. But I can see why people don't want to see her win it, because it's the stunner. I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
And talking about that women's tournament, we got news today that it's going to be called the Mae Young Memorial or Mae Young Classic or something like that. I
mean, I can respect that. I mean, they did the same thing with the Dusty Classic. I mean, I'm a fan of Mae. Wait. Is it the Great Moolah Classic or the Mae Young Classic?
The Mae Young Classic.
Okay, now it just hit me.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused too. Why is it not Moolah?
Now it just hit me. Yeah. The Mae Young Classic does roll off the tongue versus the Great Moolah. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I think with this tournament, you'll see a lot of homage to a lot of the female talent that have gone through the WWE, WCW, and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's cool. They had to give it a name. Right. and they probably waited a couple months just to figure out a name. So that's cool.
Yeah. And it said that I guess they're going to be taping July 13th and 14th. But I would guess that would only be the first round.
Yeah. Didn't you say something like, yeah, they're going to do all these episodes and then kind of throw them on a network for people to binge watch them? Right.
That's what I've read somewhere.
I mean, if they're doing, they can't possibly do the same thing they did with the UK tournament. But yeah, if they did the first round, you know, just to get people in the building so they can sell tickets and stuff like that, that'll be cool. And, you know, have it broadcast on the network for a couple of days. That'll give people something to watch, man.
Yeah, because I mean, they would probably split that into, what was the CWC's first round? Wasn't it like 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah, like because you got to think of the first round. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, the first round was it was a lot of episodes, dude. I mean, each show maybe had 3 matches, and then I think one of the shows had 4 matches or something like that. So yeah, it was like 4 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, so you could like do the whole first round and then put it up there for like a week or 2, and then have the next round taped.
Yeah, I just didn't want them to do 15 episodes and throw them out there. That was my thing. I didn't really want to cheapen the product with everybody just like, man, I'm not watching all that stuff. I'll just wait for the last week. So however they get it done, man, and it could benefit them to showcase talent that's probably going to end up on the roster some way, somehow.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'd rather see it like week by week, like the CWC was. That's the better way to do it, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Because it gives you something to look forward to each week.
It does, man. I mean, I'm not against binge watching. Lord knows I binge watch a lot of stuff. But if especially if I don't know who the chicks are, if I don't know who they are and what their finishing move is, I'm really not going to care. You'll probably say, dude, you got to look at episode 7 through 11 or something. I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
I watch pretty much everything.
But
people don't know that listen to the show. I text you all the time about New Japan matches. I'm like, you got to watch this match and this match and this match.
Right, and so that's you're one of my resources for watching stuff. So if it's not recommended by you or someone else, or the internet isn't talking about it, I'm probably not going to go back and watch it, man.
Right. Yep. So the next match on TakeOver was Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami.
Okay, here's the thing. Let the people know that you missed TakeOver.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the heck was going on, but yeah, this match was second to last, which is it made sense in the long run. But I liked the match, man. I just didn't think Hideo was ready, and I ultimately think we're gonna have the Battle of Good versus Evil, Glorious versus 666 sooner or later, maybe at Brooklyn or whatever. So I didn't treat it as a buffer main event, but I just didn't think they were gonna give it to Hideo.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna give it to Hideo, but I was surprised that how much I liked the match. I feel like I liked the match more than most people did.
Did you like this match better than the Roode and Nakamura matches?
Yeah, I did, because I feel like Hideo's offense is a whole lot more varied than what Nakamura's is.
Okay.
It feels like if you watch one Nakamura match, most of the time you're going to watch, most of his matches somewhat feel the same. They
do. I will give you that. Yeah, I found myself not really being bored with this match. I mean, and we've said Roode isn't boring. He's not channel changing, but it's a slow, methodical pace. And this match was very enjoyable, man. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, and the work that Bobby Roode did selling that arm where he couldn't even pick up Hideo to hit the glorious DDT was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, you had different levels of the match. Obviously, we got our entrance, which I was fond of.
Yes, I said, I know you're going to be happy.
Dude, I went to Dave & Buster's, and there's a game that lets you do that, like the piano thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like it's a game where you got to press the buttons and as the blocks are falling, similar to Tetris. But so when I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the way he worked over the arm, the fact that he actually hit him with the GTS, and then the continue with the nonstop DDTs, like those, like the roll through DDTs, those are cool. Yeah, I mean, it was a good match, man. It was a good match. I was just shocked that it wasn't the main event for NXT.
Yeah, and looks like we're getting a Hideo heel turn. There was a video on WWE.com that showed him coming to the back, and he was all pissed off and throwing around stuff. And Cassius Ohno was in there trying to calm him down. And he got in Ohno's face and started cussing him out.
See, here's the thing. Man, he was a big-time signing, right? I mean, a big-time signing. You almost have to feel like he was robbed of everything that I'm pretty sure that he was promised. So if he goes to the dark side, if he becomes everything that we sued WWE for, it'll be great, man. It'll be so great if he turns to the dark side and just kicks people's ass for no reasons other than kicking people's ass. That'll be awesome.
Yep. So I guess that'll probably be a takeover match between them two.
All right. When do you think they're gonna have another one? Are they gonna wait until
SummerSlam?
Wow, that is a while, but okay. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Jeez, that is a
And then we had the main event, which was the tag team titles for the ladder match.
Okay.
It's a pretty good ladder match.
Yeah. Very good. I was surprised that ALP, ALP really surprised me in this ladder match.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't really get a lot of high flying spots, but I mean, I think the biggest spot was when DIY did the double splashes on the ladders. But
yeah, and of course, both ladders wouldn't break. They can't never get two ladders to break at the same time.
Yeah, but it was a solid match, man. It was a show stealer. I mean, everything that we said it would be, it lived up to the expectations. I'm pretty sure different than we saw or expected, but it was a good match. The thing that got me, dude, seriously, they had an hour left. Like, they had an hour left. I'm thinking, okay, well, the tag team matches left. That'll go 30 minutes. They'll finish up 2 hours and a half, right?
That's what they always do.
Yeah, right. Like I think they went 2:45, if not 3 hours, with the whole heel turn and all that stuff. So kudos to them, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. And that spot where the authors of pain about took Johnny Gargano's head off of that ladder, that was nasty looking.
I'm starting to like the replays that they're doing because they're showing you definite angles, and man, you hope it's fake, but jeez, he almost flipped him with that. I mean, man, that was a spot. Hopefully they worked on a bunch of times, but yeah, that was tough to watch. and then when one of the ALP members got suplexed into the ladder, and I mean, the ladder just exploded. That was tough to watch too, man.
Yeah, I like how he was trying to hit him with the German, but he couldn't get him, so he just instead done like the back suplex.
Yeah. It was. Oh man, I didn't know where that spot was going. I thought the ladder was just gonna buckle. Yeah, but it exploded. Now ladders are starting to look like those fake chairs, not fake chairs, but the sawed-off chairs that they use where they just explode. So it was a cool spot, but I don't know. Some of that stuff looked a little too dangerous.
Yeah. And then we get the big heel turn where Tommaso Ciampa turns on Johnny Gargano and sends him through the tables with the whatever that move's called. Finley used to call it the Celtic Cross. I don't know what he calls it.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was, I used to call it the isn't that the Spicoli driver?
No, the Spicoli driver is the Death Valley driver.
Death Valley driver, okay. Quick note, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. The reason I like it so much was not only because I was right and the chick who was doing his music spoiled it, but when you thought the show was ending, the show was ending because they put the little icon at the bottom left saying, "Hey, WWE Takeover," blah, blah, blah. And then the heel turn happens, and they're like, "Oh no, we gotta stay with this, whatever." And then he destroys them and puts them through the tables and everything like that. And then the show officially goes off, and they put the logo back in the bottom left. I thought that was cool, because it made you think, the show's over. This isn't real. I was watching the show with my girlfriend, and she was pissed off. So it worked. It definitely worked.
The pics from?
The what?
When you texted me last week. Yeah. That one. I told her that too. I'm like, either he's completely joking or he got the wrong person.
I told her that too. I said, I actually text him that, and he was like, "What?" And I didn't even notice it, so I wrote back. I'm like, "Yeah, just sit." Blah, blah, blah. She was killing herself laughing. Yeah, it's my phone too, dude. Like, I guess my fingers are too big for the phone. Right. I don't know. Like, you were the last person that sent in a text, so I thought I pressed that, and I don't know. It was crazy. That was hilarious though.
What was he talking about? The funny thing was, it wasn't even like 5 minutes after we done the end of the show.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. What were we talking about? Because that's what it was. I was joking. Like, I was really joking because she's not that type of chick anyway. So I was like, yeah, send me that. What were we talking about though? Whatever we were Yeah. Between me and you, what were we talking about on the show that ended the show? That I think that was my level of thinking. I don't know what we were thinking.
Wasn't that something about nip slips?
Nip slips. Yeah. The threat of nipple. That's what it was. Yeah. So
right. Yeah, we're talking about Big Brother.
yeah. That's what it was, and that's what it was, and that was where my tangent was. I was just sending a joke, and then I was like, "Oh no, I sent that to Trent. Jeez, it's terrible." All right, man. But overall, man, for NXT, 3.5 stars, four stars here. What?
I gave it a grade A.
Okay. Man, there's nothing wrong with that. Did you like the addition of Jim Ross doing the commentary for the UK show?
I did, and I feel Nigel McGuinness between that UK special I watched Friday and then this show, he has really stepped up and done a good job.
Yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, I still miss Corey Graves, but I'm starting to miss him less and less. Now that you get, just the chemistry between Phillips and Nigel, not necessarily with Percy, but just the chemistry, him knowing when to jut in here and, say his comments, or him, kind of going off on a tangent there works. It just took a while. It definitely took a while.
Yep. Yeah, and I hope, him and JR or him and somebody call that women's tournament.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were kind of setting us up for that with them doing the UK match, just so we get used to Jim Ross's voice and Nigel's voice together, or, anytime is a good time for practice. But I don't see anybody else who could do it. Yeah. I don't know,
And I feel a lot of the time, even Nigel was doing what JR's usually good at. I mean, had it just been Nigel out there by himself, I think he would have done a really good job without JR.
Yeah, Nigel, that's the thing, right? In that 3-man booth, Nigel is supposed to play the color.
Right.
And I think it's just Nigel's voice. I think his voice is good as the lead, and not just, just the added heel character or the color. So yeah, you're exactly right, man. And it's funny that you say that. When they did the CWC, they honestly put their best voice, Morrow, with Daniel Bryan, and it was a great combination. Hopefully they put Jim Ross, their best voice, and Nigel, and it'll make for an awesome duo.
Yeah. But I think with it being a women's tournament, they might try to put a woman in the booth.
Dude, we talked about this before. Who?
I don't know who, but I think they're going to try to put somebody. I don't know who yet. But
like a third person in the booth, or like a sideline reporter.
No, I think they'll either make it either a third person or Nigel and a woman, and not have a second guy. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yep. So that's NXT Takeover. Overall, pretty good show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, coming off the heels of that, I mean, literally, Takeover was awesome. Takeover was pretty good, man. Takeover was pretty good. The heel turn just made it in great. Backlash, I was just like, yeah. I really forgot that Backlash came on. You gave it a D+?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Get into it. Let's go.
Yeah, so the most notable thing from the pre-show match was Aiden English's tights. That was showed the Starry Night painting from Van Gogh. That was pretty cool. But that's about all of that match I remember.
Yeah, I forgot Backlash was coming on. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot Backlash was coming on, but I realized that what was going to happen was you had the playoff game and Backlash on. Mm-hmm. So I caught the very end of the kickoff show. I think Ty had just hit his finisher or something. I'm like, okay, I'm about to watch this. And we can get into the the meat of the show now, but Nakamura and Dolph is the first match.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
It's weird, but you're saying, hey, you don't need to watch the basketball game. And Trent, I know you're not a sports fan, but that basketball game was a classic. It was a classic. Oh my gosh, it was really good. So that's what they were doing with it. And I think the Billboard Awards were on also. You had a lot of stuff that was competing for people's eyeballs on Sunday night. So to start off with Nakamura and Dolph was a good choice. Opening match, yes, but that was what people really wanted to see overall anyway. So they put it on first.
Yeah, but do you feel like with them putting it on, with that being the most thing that people want to see, do you feel they like didn't care to watch the rest of the show after that match?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're watching one of those heart rate things, I mean, you got a big circle on one end and it goes flat, and then you got a circle on the other end. So I felt the show was solid, but you did have that huge up and down, like Dolphin Nakamura. As long as I got to sing the song for 2 minutes, I was fine. I mean, dude, that. I think that's what people wanted to do. They got to do that. They got to see a good match. They got to see a match that was given time. And then I'm probably gonna get them out of order, but the Fashion Police and the Usos.
Yeah.
That's what I think of a SmackDown match being.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way that I can describe it. It was entertainment. It wasn't Okada and Omega. It wasn't the Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express.
Right.
But it was entertaining.
Right.
And you just kept kind of going down. You know, it's the Kevin Owens AJ Styles match, solid.
Yeah.
I thought
it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It took a while to get going for me.
It did. I thought that match was gonna steal the show. Like, yeah. I knew Nakamura was gonna be solid, but I thought that match was gonna steal the show. But you know, it kind of paved the way for the main event. But like I said, man, it just, you know, you started with a really big pop, and then you went flat. I don't think there was any other match that could have went on first and got people's attention. No,
unless maybe they put the tag title match first.
Yeah, I mean, if they put the tag title match first, I mean, even then, man, if you didn't have them, the Fashion Police winning, I don't think it would have been a real big opening match. It just was it just was a weak show, dude.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, man, because we're dancing around the subject.
Yeah. So we already talked about the Nakamura match. We talked about the tag title match, the Corbin and Zayn match. That felt like a completely average match. It felt like any match you would see on SmackDown every week.
And the same thing for Rowan and Harper. Like, I thought that was a bathroom break.
Yeah.
We said this before. It's cool that you have the brand split, but you realize SmackDown has a very limited roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the New Day not being there, that, you know, that'll help. With Cena not being there, that will definitely help. But with this limited, who?
Rusev.
Yeah. With with almost his twin brother not being on the show, with Lana not being a stripper yet, it does hurt the show with, you know, limited superstars on a network special, right? So once they get over that, I think they'll be fine. But you're putting a lot of stuff on the show that just doesn't work, man. Like, you could have gave everybody on the show 5 extra minutes and just dare them to be the best show on the live event. Yeah. And I think it would have been way better.
Yeah. I mean, the Rowan and Harper match, I mean, they were having a pretty good match, but the crowd could not give 2 shits less about it.
It's Rowan and Harper, man.
I said in my review, I said most people probably don't even know this match was happening because it was made on Talking Smack.
And it was correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't this the match before the main event?
Yeah.
So it was a bathroom break match. It was a match where eventually these guys are just going to have to become tag team partners again, or they're both going to have to shave and get new clothes. It was worthless. There was no point in them having the match. So, but once again, you have a limited roster. You got to get everybody on the show, and you need to fill 3 hours or close to it.
Yeah, in the women's match, I was expecting some kind of storyline progression there. Nothing.
Yeah, the best part of that match was Becky's hair. I mean, that was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah.
I said she looked like a beautiful fiery phoenix.
Oh, wait. You're not a sportsman, but you do play video games, right?
Yeah.
Was that Zangief from Street Fighter?
I don't know.
Or was that Bison?
I'm not sure.
It's one of the Street Fighter characters. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was trying to resemble somebody else, but that's what I thought of when I saw the hair. I thought it was pretty cool. And then tonight she doesn't have it, which was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping she'd keep it like that.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. Now we get to our main event: Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal, the Maharaja.
Okay, man. Let's just talk about the match first. Let's just talk about the match. Did you like the match?
It was pretty much what I expected it to be: a hot start, boring in the middle, and then at the end, the Singh brothers would get involved, and Jinder would end up winning.
But didn't we have Randy winning though?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was cool to play around with the idea. You know, it was, it was fine to think that a jobber would win the title, title, not the He-Man title, but the title, and I guess be the face of your company, right? It was fun to kind of toy around with that idea. It was fun,
right?
And then it happened.
Yeah. I think it was after we did our show Friday that Wrestle Zone had like the betting odds, and they had it in Jinder's favor. And usually when that's an indicator that they're usually going to win. Yeah,
I read somewhere that he learned the day of that he was going to win. Yeah. Regardless of that, man, it's just it's we know why they're doing it, so they can show him off in India, gain more followers in India, gain more subscribers. I think they did the same thing with the Great Khali, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But this is the biggest upswing for a superstar to go from being literally a jobber, to being champion in less than 2 months?
Yeah. I mean, I thought JBL was the biggest upswing in WWE history, but I think this has it beat.
Yeah, it was funny when I was listening to JBL just comment on his victory. I'm thinking to myself, he's you. Like he's you. That Impact Player night when you did all that stuff, he's exactly you. So you probably know exactly where he's coming from. But JBL wasn't even a jobber. This guy was, man. So my question to you, my friend, is: you have him as champion. They're promising him everything in the world. He's going to lead the India movement, but for how long?
Right. Yeah. I don't see it being too long.
Like, do you see him carrying this? Do you see him carrying this into SummerSlam?
Yeah, I do. I think
he'll really.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get your money's worth, and you got to fool the people. I feel you on fooling the people. But it's Jinder Mahal, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think John Cena's supposed to be back July 4th. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a Jinder and Cena match at SummerSlam.
Okay. You got the All-American Kid versus India's Finest.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I see where you're coming from. That could definitely work, man. And there's nothing better than to get people behind good old great John Cena.
Yeah.
Okay, then that does make sense. Does Randy go down as being the guy that lost to Jinder Mahal, the guy that lost his championship, his 12th or 13th or 14th, whatever, championship to Jinder Mahal?
Yeah, I mean that'll be something he's known for. But I mean, I guess good for Randy as far as he actually agreed to it. I mean, Randy's one of those guys where if he didn't want to do it, he didn't have to do it.
Man, that's.
I mean, can you imagine? Like, wait a minute, I'm losing my title to a guy that's jobbed for the last how many years? Look, the dude, when he wasn't even in WWE, he couldn't get booked on any of the indie shows.
Damn. Yeah, that is true. Oh man, so he puts together wins, which really tell you that wins mean nothing nowadays. He beats AJ Styles, he beats Sami Zayn, and then he beats Randy Orton after a couple of months of obviously steroid use. You know, his body is a freaking roadmap with veins. I even heard that he has veins in his abs. It's ridiculous, man. So once again, if you take steroids, anything is possible.
Yep. And it also tells that the wellness policy they have is BS.
Yeah, that wellness policy is, I don't know what. I'm guessing it's like there's favoritism within the locker room as far as the wellness policy. You know, I'm all for people not taking things that are going to harm their body, but I guess they're saying, hey, if you're going to do steroids, we don't need you smoking weed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. That wellness policy is a joke.
You can do as many steroids as you want, but don't touch the weed.
Yeah. Stay away from the green stuff. Shoot yourself up all you want to, but stay away from that green stuff. And the only person that gets to do cocaine is Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Maharaja is the new champion. I think they had a party on SmackDown, but
They did.
he's your new champion, man.
Yep. And I can't believe we had a celebration on SmackDown that didn't end in somebody getting beat up.
Yeah, I had to walk the dog during that segment. I just saw it was it was gonna be long. So I'm like, this dude is getting on my nerves, so I need to take him for a walk. It was just a celebration. No, like Randy didn't come out of nowhere and RKO some of the dancers and just destroy everybody. Okay.
No, Randy didn't dress up as any of the dancers either.
Right.
Like that time CM Punk dressed up as one of the what they call them things? Mariachi guys.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it didn't end in violence at all. It was just a true celebration.
Yeah. I was glad to see that the Singh brothers were still alive after those bumps they took by Randy Orton.
The first one was, I thought, pretty solid. The second one, you could make a GIF or a meme out of Randy's face after he did it.
Yeah. He was like, oh no, that's not gonna be good.
Yeah, that was almost like a dump face. I thought he killed him. Not gonna lie. Thought he killed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got Jinder as our champion. I still can't get over that, man. I would have appreciated if I was in the building. Like, I think that would have been a great moment just to be in the building and see something that you know is being done for all the wrong reasons happen.
Yeah. So also on SmackDown, we had a announcement about Money in the Bank where obviously Orton's going to get his rematch against Jinder. And we got the participants for the Money in the Bank match, which are AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Any early betting odds on who's going to win?
There's a lot of rumors that Corbin's the one.
Okay. I mean, I think you can already take out Kevin Owens. I think you can already take out Shinsuke.
Ziggler you can take out.
Yes, it's not going to be Ziggler. So, yeah, you're either looking at AJ, Sammy, or Corbin. Makes sense if they give it
you can go ahead and take Sammy out, too. I don't see Sammy winning anything either.
Well, and I'll be honest with you. If they don't cash it in that night, I'm just looking at who do I think is going to come down to the ring every single week with a freaking briefcase. Like, that's really what I keep thinking about. So, Corbin,
and
yes. AJ,
the Money in the Bank, it works better when a heel has it.
Yeah, you really don't see a face carrying that thing around for 6 months. That's true. Yeah. Very true. Very true. Okay. So that's a lock. Yep. Damn, that was an easy lock.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have rather had qualifying matches than them just announce it. Because, I mean, we're going to have 3 more weeks of them fighting in meaningless, like, tag matches and single matches against each other.
I did like the tag team concept with Shinsuke and AJ. The tag team match wasn't that great, but I did kind of like that concept. Obviously, next week we may have a 6-man tag, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, we're going to get all that crap, man. It'll be fun to, see just what we can get with Shinsuke in literally a ladder match. So I can't wait for it to happen. I just don't know if they're going to cash in that night or be the Money in the Bank title holder. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's according to if Cena's the one that beats Jinder, it's according to how long Cena plans to be around. If you don't plan to be around that long, I could see them maybe cashing him in that night at SummerSlam on Cena.
Dude, what if Jinder beats Cena? Jeez.
I don't see that happen.
I'm just saying, man. And maybe he does it one time. Maybe he beats him one time.
Right.
And then loses some, maybe loses that following Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. You're digging yourself a hole. You are digging yourself a hole, man.
I was a little surprised to see that Rusev wasn't on this edition of SmackDown. I thought he would either be in the Money in the Bank match or do something with Jinder or something.
Yeah, maybe they could. Wow. Yeah, now that Jinder is the title, now that he's a champion, they could do something with Rusev. Wow, that is. Do you realize in almost a couple of months we went to them, man, literally being jobbers. Mm-hmm. All right, my bad. It's just gonna take me time. It was cool to watch it on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie, because that was one of the biggest upsets that you've ever seen. And literally, when he hit him with that weak finisher, you're thinking Randy's gonna kick out.
Mm-hmm.
But Jinder is your champion, man. That's just Still mind blowing.
Yep. And also on SmackDown, it was announced that next week there will be a fatal 5-way for the #1 contendership for the women's title.
Okay. Now, are the women going to get a Money in the Bank match?
It's been rumored. I mean, I could see maybe there being some kind of non-finish to next week, and then they put them in a Money in the Bank match or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We've talked about this for a long time, man. You need to progress that women's division, whether it's on Raw or SmackDown. Just showing that they can do anything that the guys can do. So a Money in the Bank match with 4, 5, 6 girls be awesome to see. Hopefully no one dies, and hopefully no one needs facial surgery, but it'll be something cool to see, man. Something needs to happen.
Yep. And the other big thing on SmackDown was the segment with the Usos and Breezango, where Breezango beat each one of the Usos in a singles match, and then they got a tag title match immediately, and they lost the tag title match in like 4 minutes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Not only does SmackDown have such a small set of rosters that they have to show the same superstars twice on the opening video package, but you mean to tell me that you get people coming out there 3 times on one show?
It was like they both came out, like both the Usos come out and both the Breezango come out, and like each match went but like 30 seconds long.
Oh my gosh! Because I saw the end of the tag match,
right?
Because I came back in the house and all of a sudden they got a title match. I'm like, what? How the heck did that happen? But okay, yeah, that's cool. It's just different.
Yeah,
they're making up the rules as they go on SmackDown, and that's cool. It's just unexpected.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that probably writes the Breezango off, and we're getting ready for the New Day next week.
Yeah, I would really like to see the Fashion Files continue, at least just having that video package. I mean, I kind of like those. I think Fandango said they weren't or their day one wasn't as H as the Usos, right, or something. I don't know. I kill myself laughing at that stuff. I even showed my girl. I was like, they got a parody of Law and Order. She was bust out laughing. So hopefully we get the New Day back, and Usos and the New Day. Been waiting for it, man. We have been waiting for it.
I was actually surprised they didn't come out tonight after the match.
Are they ready to come back? Like, is Kofi cleared and everything like that?
I think they are. I mean, even if they're not, they could do Xavier and Big E and have Kofi at ringside.
Okay. Yeah. You could do something like that. I mean, because usually if you have Big E and Xavier, that means they're going to lose. So, that's cool. Just to get them, man, just to get them back on the show. Jeez, that'll work.
Yeah. I did see a video about, I guess it was a couple weeks back, where Kofi was out of his walking boot thing. So he's out of it now. So he must be getting pretty close.
What was it, like an ankle?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, Usos and New Day, that'll be the highlight of SmackDown, definitely.
So that was all of SmackDown. It was an okay show, I guess.
Yeah, do we even dare go into Raw?
Ugh. I guess we have to. I mean, we're supposed to cover everything.
Listen, we don't have to. My question to you is, it was just a continuation of the trash Raw that we've been seeing, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, last week was I thought it was a very good show. It was definitely uptick from the week before in the UK. But this week it just seems like they're just dragging it along. You don't have Brock. You don't have the Revival, even though I heard they beat up Enzo somehow.
Right.
You don't have Braun. You don't have Brock. So you're still continuing with just false premises, right? I mean,
yeah.
Like, they're fighting for a belt that no one has seen in 2 months. Like, what? Yeah. Doesn't even make sense. So, I don't even know who has tag titles right now.
The Hardys.
The Hardys, which they're not broken yet, and we're still, trying to prep Extreme Rules. So it's still a show. Alexa, to me, is still in the show.
Yeah, even her segments were cut back a little bit this week. I didn't feel like she was. I mean, she was good as she always is, but her presence on the show wasn't that much.
Yeah, I think they had like a 30-second match with her and Mickey.
Yeah,
and I don't think that does them any good.
About Mickey and Alexa in the same ring together. I can never complain about that.
Welcome to the show, Trent. I'm just not a fan of Raw. So, one thing I'm not a fan of, and this is something that we talked about, man, from the very beginning. It looks like we're getting Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar by hook or by crook. I mean, I don't know if Finn Balor's going to win at Extreme Rules, but for Paul to come out and even do a promo with him,
right?
People want to see it. It could be an interesting matchup, but you're going to have that size difference. And I don't know if it was just my eyes playing tricks on me or the camera angle, but Finn is smaller than Paul Heyman.
Yeah, he is.
Imagine what he's going to look like against Brock Lesnar. And we're supposed to take Finn seriously. I can understand if it's the Demon and they're in St. Louis and he comes out as like some St. Louis, I don't know, Cardinal dressed in all red with a beak and there. I don't know. Or wherever Great Balls of Fire is or Great Balls of Fury is. Yeah. He comes out looking like a demon possessed and all of a sudden he can levitate. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it'll change my thoughts. But the Marty McFly black jacket, him coming out acting like he's really in the NWO with, I think the Balor Club's in here tonight. It's just not working.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you're taller than Finn Balor because we're going to start making fun of Finn Balor now. That's what we're going to start doing now. Dude, he's shorter than Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Where do you see this going? And do you think WWE benefits from having a Balor and Brock match?
No, they don't benefit, but they're closing the story that Balor never got a rematch and he never lost the title. So if he has a match against the champion, get that out of the way, and then Braun can come back and we can have that match at SummerSlam. Braun and Brock. Okay.
I see where you're going with that. I mean, you're basically gonna do the same thing with Hideo and Rude. You're gonna give him that good luck, good try match. He fails, and then we go back to Braun. Maybe Brock is celebrating in the ring. You just hear that loud roar, and it's Braun saying, "I'm back," and whatever. So, okay. I mean, that works for me, man. It's just we're gonna get it sooner or later. And the very first match, he's gonna lose, but guarantee you 8-9 months later, we're gonna see it again.
Oh yeah.
So, that's where my mind is. The match that we didn't want to see, or not. It's not that we didn't want to see it. We talked about the landscape, right? You got all these NXT guys coming in that are under 6 feet, less than 250. In Vince's world, where every champion needs to be 300 pounds and 6'6".
Yeah.
You got to get Brock out of there for the playing field to be level. So Finn Balor can go up against Seth Rollins, and it's believable when he beats him.
Yep.
But he can't go up against Braun Strowman.
Even if they get the title on Braun, it ain't gonna be no different, really.
Right. I mean, that's what we're dealt with, man. Like you get a bunch of guys that are Daniel Bryan's height, and you're trying to work with them. And I think it was just something different about Daniel Bryan. He didn't have a Brock Lesnar, though. I mean, he didn't have anybody that huge to go against. Kane was his tag partner.
Right.
So, I mean, that kind of worked. And he battled Kane, so maybe he just made it that believable. Now you don't have anything that Finn Balor is working with. I guess he went up against Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson or something like that to maybe say he can knock down a giant.
Yeah, I mean, even them having that match, they could have told a bit of more story with that, with them being buddies and stuff. They didn't really even touch on that hardly.
Yeah, I mean, you need backstory. You need something to make people believe in Finn Balor outside of just him putting makeup on.
Yeah.
He's not Eddie.
If they went the way and turned Balor heel and joined him up with Gallows and Anderson, and they become his bodyguards or whatever, and they took out Brock or something for him, and then he beat Brock, that would kind of make sense.
The only way I see him beating Brock is if they do something that they did with Eddie Guerrero. Goldberg interfered and cost Brock the match. So yeah, you're absolutely right. If Gallows and Anderson say we did this for you, and he wins it like that, that could start a different storyline or expand the storyline a little bit. But that match, it's gonna be a unique match to watch. And I didn't feel the same way with Eddie and Brock for some reason. Like I thought Eddie was a solid challenger.
Right.
But Finn, it's a little different, man. It's a little different.
Yeah. I mean,
we
haven't been that high on Finn ever since he's been in NXT.
Right. Because it was the demon. Like I noticed that I said Finn every single time. I'm not a big fan of Finn Balor. I'm a fan of the demon. Like I even take it back to my analogy with Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero went up against the Undertaker. Like you had him going up against guys and him winning or fighting, and it was believable.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to believe in with Finn Balor.
Yeah. Maybe they could do a thing where Finn's like, look, I'm not dumb. I know that regular me can't beat Brock Lesnar, but the demon's going to come out or something and beat Brock Lesnar.
If you build that up like he used to do, like he used to say in NXT, like you've seen nothing, or like I'm going to show you something that you've never seen before, stuff like that.
Right.
That to me built the anticipation, man, because I was waiting for him to come out on an NXT Takeover and see the demon. Like I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. I just don't want them to waste it like they do every time and have him come out as the demon the Monday before,
Yep.
So we'll see, man. We will see.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing I want to talk about on Raw is the promo that Goldust did. I thought that was pretty cool. That it looks like he's going back to his own 1996 Goldust.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, he needs to evolve into the dominant character that he was in his glory days.
Yep.
I hope it lasts. I hope he turns it into something. He's in the director's chair or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him and R-Truth in a match at the kickoff for Extreme Rules.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if Goldust gets back to opening match status on a pay-per-view, I think that's a plus. I mean, I think that's a good sign. So I'm all for it, man. I mean, you need to be on the roster doing something.
Yep, that's all Raw.
Yeah, that's all Raw. That's all SmackDown. Let's get into the Super Juniors, man.
All right. So far we are on I've watched up to day 5. We covered day 1 and 2 last week. So from day 3. The matches I would recommend are El Desperado versus Bushi, Tiger Mask versus Kushida, and that's all from night 3.
Okay.
Night 4, I would recommend Skrull versus Liger and Ricochet versus Hiromu. Definitely Ricochet versus Hiromu. That was really good.
Okay.
And then from night 5, I would recommend Tiger Mask versus ACH, Desperado versus Taguchi, and Kushida versus Bushi.
Dude, let me ask you something. Are there any feuds that happen because of this, or are there any that, like, I know we had the Ospreay Ricochet thing, too.
Right.
But are there any storylines that come out of this, or are there any storylines going into these matches?
Not really going into them. I mean, the winner of the tournament gets the junior heavyweight title shot.
Okay. So it's literally all based on competition.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not like the CWC where they're shaking hands and like, hey, let the best man win, but this is all for competition.
Right. Well, I mean, you might get that sometime, like with the face versus face matches.
True. I got you. Okay. No, that's cool though, man. That's very cool.
Yeah. So the current point standings are Dragon Lee. For Block A, we have Dragon Lee, Ricochet, Marty Scurll, Taichi, and Will Ospreay all tied at 4. Then we have Taka at 2, Hiromu at 2, and Jushin Liger still has no points.
So that's the running theme. He's not going to get any points. That's just...
Yeah, pretty much. Poor Jushin. He don't even get no points in his last Best of Super Juniors.
Hey, jeez, man. Come on. What is that about?
I know. Although they could have it where he comes like the next couple of shows, he like racks up points and he's in the lead for us over with.
Okay. I got you. That
I think it ends
cool.
like next Friday. I think it's the end of it.
Gotcha.
And then for the B block, the points are El Desperado with 6, Taguchi with 4, Volador and ACH have 2, Tiger Mask has 4, Yoshinobu Kanemaru has 4, Kushida has 2, and Bushi has 0.
Okay.
But Bushi and Liger, they can't get a win to save their life.
Not 1 point. Jeez, not 1 point. Sad. It's sad. That's what it is. It's sad.
Yep.
Okay, man. We have no NXT this week. We have no 205 Live this week. No reality news because none of the shows have happened. No side boob discussion.
The Bachelor now. Bachelorette.
Oh, wait a minute. What now?
Have you heard that Kenny King is on The Bachelorette?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious? That's funny. That's funny. That's really funny. It started last
night. I didn't watch it, but I know he's on there.
Wait a minute. I thought you were a strictly CBS reality news guy.
No, I watch all reality shows. I mean, I don't watch all reality shows, but I mean, I'll at least check them out. I don't watch Fast News.
Are you a Bachelorette Bachelor guy? Okay.
No,
Okay. I got you. I know a lot of people like do fantasy, like the Bachelor fantasy game or something.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that even works. So I don't know, but that's
Every
fun.
now and then I watch Dancing with the Stars. It's according to who's on the cast.
Yeah, if you get a were you wait a minute? You were only watching Dancing with the Stars for Paige Van Sant.
Yeah, that was last season, but some seasons they have other girls on there that I like to watch.
I know what the black gymnast, Simone Biles, she was on there. I think she got kicked off.
Right.
But that's really the only news I've heard from Dancing with the Stars. So I don't even know who else is on the show.
Yeah, it ended tonight. I was watching the finale while we were talking, and I don't know who won it. Some guy won.
Okay, all right. Some guy.
Yeah, I think he might be a football player or some kind of sports guy. I think.
Okay, but some guy from parts unknown that did something, won something. So
yeah,
that's cool. Nicely done, man.
Yep.
All right, Trent. This was a quick night. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, man. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that was quick and easy. Quick, easy, and painless. Listeners, ladies, guys, everybody, all of the listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure that you hit us up on Twitter. You can visit our Twitter page at the official Twitter page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
Ladies, send your side boob to Trent. Slide into his DMs. You can tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
And as always, you can tweet me at BangEm South. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/TWF podcast. Become a subscriber. Not only can you listen to the show, check out the site, check out our page, but make sure that you subscribe. There are bonus points. There are free cookies and chocolate mints left on your pillow at night. People, believe me. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, retweet all the craziness that we tweet out there, especially around live events. It gets crazier around those times. But as always, check out YouTube. We have our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast, with all of the videos for our weekly shows. We have playlists with bonus episodes, clips, funny things like that. And make sure that you subscribe there. As always, stay connected, listen, laugh, and enjoy, but definitely subscribe. Trent, plug your site.
My thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. I have the review for Backlash and NXT Takeover. You can read about me praising Takeover and crapping on Backlash.
Nice choice of words there. Nicely done, my friend. Trent, is there anything that we did not get to?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Okay. No Hulu excuses.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Raw's worthless.
None worth mentioning.
Yeah, Raw's worthless. It's bad.
I thought WWE TV this week, except for Takeover, was worthless. The whole thing.
Yeah, Smackdown was just a rehash of Sunday. Yeah, that's all that was. And I just didn't like Raw. So
yeah, that's 5 hours of my life I'll never get back between Raw and
SmackDown. Did you watch any of the what's the JBL show? Instead of going in Raw, they got the JBL show.
Bring it to the table.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you something that you probably wouldn't mind watching. The little 30-minute, I guess, or 60-minute ones. Also, the documentaries on certain superstars. Do you watch those?
Which ones? Like the 24 series?
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Like I think the latest one had Finn Balor on it or something.
Right. Yeah, I usually watch them, but I haven't watched that one yet.
Okay, are they good?
Yeah, most of them are pretty good. Yeah. Okay,
all right, cool. Which ones did you watch?
I've watched like a lot of them have been like behind the scenes of like WrestleManias and stuff, like WrestleMania 30, 31, 32.
Okay.
Those are all pretty good.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. And I'll definitely have to check out the matches that you mentioned today. And I still need to check on that Keith Lee guy too. I know you told me to check that out. So with that, my friend, I think we're done. If there's nothing else, Trent, I will talk to you later, my friend. Thank you guys for joining. Trent, I'll holler at you later, man.
All right.